In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and golden fields lived Ibrahim, a simple but devout man. He spent his days in prayer, tending to his small garden and offering kindness to all who crossed his path. Yet, despite his contentment, a strange dream began haunting his nights. Every night he saw a grand palace in a distant city, and beneath its towering gates lay a hidden treasure, waiting for him to claim it. At first, he dismissed the dream as mere fantasy, but when it returned again and again, he could no longer ignore its pull. Determined, Ibrahim packed his few belongings and set out on a journey that would take him far beyond his village, across rivers, deserts, and bustling cities. He endured hardship, hunger, and exhaustion, but the dream gave him strength. The journey to the palace. After weeks of travel, Ibrahim finally reached the city from his vision. At its heart stood the palace, grander than he had imagined, but how could he enter? As he pondered his next step, a palace guard noticed him loitering. "What brings you here, traveler?" the guard asked, his tone suspicious. Hesitant but feeling compelled to share his story, Ibrahim told the guard about his dream. The guard laughed heartily. "Foolish man, you crossed all this distance for a dream? I too have dreamed for years of a house in a distant village, with a garden and a humble well, beneath which lies a hidden treasure. But unlike you, I have sense enough to know it's just a dream." Ibrahim's heart stopped. The description of the house, the garden, the well, it was his own home. Stunned, he thanked the guard and hurried back the way he came, retracing his long journey, but this time with a new understanding. Had he always been sitting on his treasure unaware? The hidden treasure, upon arriving home, he immediately dug beneath the well. And there, just as the guard had unknowingly described, he found a chest filled with gold and jewels. Yet, as he gazed at the treasure, he laughed. Not because of the wealth he had found, but because he finally understood the lesson. What we seek is often already within us. Had he trusted himself, had he reflected deeply, he could have found the treasure without ever leaving his home. But perhaps, he thought, the journey was necessary, not to find gold, but to find wisdom. And so, Ibrahim lived out his days in peace, no longer searching, but simply being.